So, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's another Roller Tray episode. Y'all already know who I'm with. You know what I mean? Ain't
Your
nothing
boy.
new. With the homie Jeff, man. We gonna roll something up, break some stuff down today. Today, my man Jeff actually said he has some stuff he want to get off his chest. So I'm gonna let my man take it away, man. You know, what you want to get into without any further ado.
Today, dog, I wanted to holler at you just about some shit I've been seeing in the industry for a long time now. And honestly, it's ego. Just ego, bro, and like the super obnoxious people that are kind of high up in the industry. And speak on some of my experiences that I've encountered, you know, coming up, and I just kind of wanted to see, have you felt the same? Are you experiencing the same shit? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? So like, I'll kind of just jump into it. Is like, I feel like cannabis is very ego driven right now, but in a much more negative tone. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a fine line between like cocky and confident. You know what I'm saying? I think confidence, like we spoke on other show, it breeds success. And I think people are getting like confused with, okay, confidence and cocky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just call it like it is, bro. I see so many assholes in the industry all the time, whether they're the grower, whether they're, you know, the brand behind a grower, or if they own a store. Hell, even just like local people, even customers, bro. I mean, I've had conversations with customers where it's like, you know, they're talking to me, they really don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they're so cocky in what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's been holding the cannabis and the community back, honestly, bro. Like, bro, it's so many people that run these big brands that a lot of these people are so in love with, and bro, they're fucking assholes. I mean, just in my opinion, not good people, super money hungry. It's just greed. You know what I'm saying? And it's greed, and then they got so many yes men around them. And then, you know, when you're bringing in a lot of money, nobody around you is going to really tell you wrong. So then at that point, you get people confusing, like, all my decisions I make are obviously good, right? You confuse that with, no, bro, nobody just wants to stand up and tell you sound like a fucking asshole, like you sound stupid, because you're the money maker. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to cut themselves out of what's going on. And again, back to the money, it's like the money is allowing these dudes to maneuver like that. And for me personally, dog, I don't give a fuck how much money you have, but certain things I'm not bending for. You know, I'm big on morals and respect, bro. I could care less how many millions you made last year. You know what I'm saying? Are you respectful, bro? You know what I'm saying? Do you treat other people good, or how they should be treated? I'm big on shit like that. And I think we lack that, and there's no accountability for that in the cannabis industry. Like, we let these goofballs parade around all day, handing us their asses to kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at me, I got money, I can cover everything up because I got money. And me personally, I'm so tired of that attitude. I'm tired of that, you know, that output of energy. Is like, I want to get back to where it's like people are more focused on like the culture, the community, providing good bud. And of course, I know it's a business, you know what I'm saying? We're in this to make some money, and I get that. But I feel like, me personally, I don't put a dollar over my morals or what I stand for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't attach it to the respect that you show people, and like how you treat other people.
Yeah, you can't take that shit to the grave, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good basis to start off with whenever you're talking about just how you're treating people and how you're doing business now. And I will agree with you. Like, I definitely see it on a different scale, just because of, you know, the differences in what we're doing. Like you said, I may be dealing with a certain type of people, and then you're dealing with, you know what I mean, like you said, these wholesalers or whoever it may be, you know, I'm at certain levels. But like you said, from the top to the bottom, I've definitely seen examples of it at every level. I think it could contribute, and let me know what you think, just in my opinion, because I've experienced the same thing. But in thinking about it, to me, just how I try to make sense of it all is like, I feel like, for one, it's real new where we at right now. So, and when you first said success, it kind of like, you know, something kind of clicked and was like, yo, I wonder what scale that, you know, some of these people who are kind of ego driven or acting in that way, I wonder what scale they're using as their tier like of success. You know
Of
what I
what
mean?
is
Because they feel
success.
like even though it's brand new to them, they're like, oh no, I'm already seeing, you know, X amount of dollars. So now I can, you know, I can go ahead and put myself on this pedestal,
Right.
you know what I mean, and act
For
a
sure.
certain way just because I'm seeing a little bit of
Bit
what
of
they
money.
may think is success. But
Right.
like, you know, like in reality, this is anybody who's really been in it for a minute
Yeah.
knows this is a longevity game, man. This is not this weed
It
shit is
is.
not no overnight shit. Like a lot of
It
that
is.
shit, a lot of people that do try to run it that way, where it's like quick and overnight and microwave, that shit it ends up fizzling out, bro, and don't last.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I feel like all day, every day, this is what I see, especially from all the big brands. They literally just sit there and tear each other apart all day. They'll tell you why this grower or this brand isn't good, or they use this in their grow, or they don't really grow. They're just brand. I'm like,
I don't know where that shit came from.
It's just all
bro.
the
It's
hate.
bad. It's bad.
It's like, I don't understand why that brand can't have some great weed and why this brand can't.
And everybody, there's enough money out there for everybody. There's enough clientele out there for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, there's enough weed smokers and
literally
money for everybody to like get their product off and have their, you know what I'm saying, build their communities. But I don't, like you said, that is crazy because just the uprising in that, I don't know where that shit came from. But like, it seems like now, like I see it, of course, on social media, but it's just so prevalent, so heavy. Like you would think that like even on a platform that's like X, for example, X is supposed to be like weed progressive technically, you know, like so to say, like it's supposed to be one of the most, you know, cannabis progressive,
Open
like lenient, right. But even if you get on there, they'll let you rock out and post your cannabis stuff on there. But like you said, you could just post something and just say, hey man, got this fire bud right here from such and such, or hey, this grower, 100 comments, and they all gonna be negative. You know what I mean? It might be one or two in there that might be like, oh, okay, that looks good, man. But like most of it's gonna be like, oh, you smoking boof? That shit's some garbage. Like, you know what I mean? Like, god damn.
I'm like, bro, one, if you're really in the industry, you know, like images are great and you need them, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't tell the full story of the flower. You know, I've seen some weed that, bro, just honestly, aesthetically, it wasn't very appealing. And it smoked my boots off. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we talk about all the time running this super pretty weed, super good look, super good smelling, and it tastes like garbage. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird, man. It's just like the whole industry is just all consumed in this like self-engulfed, like, look at me, everybody else shit sucks. I see it every day.
Yeah.
And
it's very
to
bad,
me, it's just so aggravating, bro. It's so aggravating. Like, I got on the phone with a grower a few weeks back, and like, you know, he was cool. He grows some really great bud, but dog, the dude was just so obnoxious on the phone, and it was nothing but toot my own horn, toot my horn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know so and so, bro. They're not even that like that. They don't even grow their own shit. I'm just like, bro, I didn't really call you to hear your background story on your success, bro. I want to talk business. You know what I'm saying? I want to have, you know, we can have open conversations and stuff, and you know, shine your light. I never want to dim anybody's light, but again, I think it's just that fine line between just being fucking confident and being an asshole.
Yeah, there's a very fine line, and I feel like a lot of people are just so quick to cross that line nowadays that like they don't even realize the detriment that there is to crossing that shit. Like that you cutting off so much business, you cutting off so much potential like networks and partnerships, and you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of us who feel like we, you know what I'm saying, got some knowledge in the game and like we do, but like you'll kill all that shit off and all that possible momentum fucking with your ego, let your ego get in the way.
Literally. I mean, I've seen growers shun somebody just for not knowing the science behind the flower. And I'm like, you know, and I get it, you know, as a grower, that's what you love and that's what's true to you, but I still don't give you the right to shun somebody for not knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just see so much negative shit. Like it's been less about like, oh, come here, let me put you on, and more like, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's been aggravating me. Sure. I feel like I see it time and time again.
Yeah.
And also, bro, I feel like, you know, it's been some pros to it too. It's like it's helping me see how I want to maneuver and run my future businesses. Like
that's it.
You know, I want to stand on certain principles, dog. Like we're not gonna move like that. You know, I'm not gonna walk around here super ego driven and this and that, tooting my horn. I got my family who can toot my own horn for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't got to sit there and do that all day. I don't have to.
All that outside validation and all that other
all
shit.
All the self gratification, or instant gratification. Like,
yeah.
There's too much of that going on.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like they need the praise, man. And especially because this is, I don't want to say it's an easy world to get into, but as far as like the amount of steps, like it's not very complex, if that makes sense. It's not easy, but it's not very complex. So like, as long as you got some money, you know what I mean, and like you got some kind of interest in weed, you can start a business and get in how you fit in some way, shape, or form nowadays. So these people that would, you know what I mean, just got some money on them, or just got, you know what I mean, like people are getting in any kind of way, and they're not necessarily like having earned that, or not necessarily deserving of whatever it is that they, you know, or maybe they're not even prepared to run the type of business that they have. So I see that a lot too, because that's one thing that I wanted to, you know, talk about and address. Just like I feel like there's a very like a big excess of like a lack of preparedness in the industry. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are opening storefronts, starting businesses, opening storefronts, new storefronts, but it's like you don't even have a good flow going and a community built up where you started at, like here, you know, or here. So it's just like, yo.
People forget to grow organically. You know what I'm saying? People think they can start just throwing money into something and that it'll grow. And it's just like, bro, you have a hollow business at that point. There's no soul. There's no real foundation. It's very hollow.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's like that.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's not good, man. That's not good. And I don't think that that's something you can ignore either. And it seems like a lot of people may be trying to ignore that factor. Like, you know, you got to build first before you expand. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have a constant flow. Like, you have to have people your brain's got to be trustworthy. Like, what is it built off of?
Right.
Like you're on your, you know, 5th location, but like niggas,
what do you stand for?
People, that's what I'm saying. People don't even really know who you are since you didn't built the first or second one.
Seriously though, like seriously. And so, it's a lot of that going on. I think that goes back to talking about like those bigger companies or major monopolies and people just having access to the capital, and they just, you know, they might smoke a little weed here and there, and then they feel like, oh, I can run me a cannabis business. I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna just throw a bunch of money into some spots. And, you know, sometimes it does work, you know, but that doesn't mean it's a good business. I don't think if you're profitable, and again, it goes back to like my beliefs of just not putting a dollar over like my morals and stuff. Like, you could be a millionaire, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really putting out good product? Are you really, you know, doing it for the right reasons? Are you being a good person? Are you making sure the people below you that's helping you make this money eat? You know? So.
I think that's important too. And that's another thing that like since I started doing my form of content and the stuff that we do, like now I started out wanting to do a lot of work with these businesses and stuff, you know, first and foremost, to just kind of do promotion stuff. But after the kickback and like the interactions and stuff, it's like, okay, you know what? I've done that, tried that, still working with some who are, you know, with the program, but the ones who are not, let's start going to these customers. Let's start going to these employees and these buttons and seeing how they feel about it. Like you said, like, okay, your business has made a lot of money. You got this presence or whatever. You feel like you got success. How do your employees feel about working for you? Do they like working for your company? Like, do your bartenders, are they happy at work? Do they like their job? Like, do they feel like they're being compensated fairly for the job that they do?
How long
your customers, do they like
going?
the products?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do they feel comfortable going into your store? Like, I think that's very important, and that's something that's been skipped over. And that's something that I feel like needs to be highlighted, needs to be talked about, because I feel like that may change, you know, that may take you down a peg if you you know what I'm saying, and put yourself up and you get some real feedback.
I feel like you could be doing good business for a year or two, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, well, what sets you apart from all the other dispensaries? And that's when people start looking for those things to set you apart. Like at one point, everybody shopped at, I don't know, Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But now look at all the different niche stores that people go to for different reasons. Like, I know some people who they don't shop at Walmart strictly off of what Walmart may represent, what those stakeholders really stand for. What is Walmart putting their money to outside of the business? What are they supporting? And so I know people that don't, mess with companies straight off that. So it's gonna be the same thing with the weed game. It's like, yeah, you could be winning in this region for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but then it's like now it's a bunch of other dispensaries. How are you setting yourself apart? And it's like the things you're gonna need to rely on is gonna be what you stand for. What's the moral of the business? How are people treated? How do people talk about your business? You know what I'm saying? So I think that runs into a business's longevity.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
because your customers are only gonna stick with you, like, you know what I'm saying, in the long run, if they really rock with you.
Bro, for real.
And at any point, even through the long run, we've seen it. You know what I mean? You could be at the mountaintop and your business could be huge. But if you mess around and something comes out to where you did something that goes against like good values or representation, or you know what I mean, there's some trouble in your business or brand, it's not gonna be good, man. People will jump ship on you.
Bro, within the past 5 or 10 years, there's been different research done within businesses. I can't remember the exact name verbatim, but I know it has something to do with like social and economical trust within your community, right? So basically it says like, how do people feel about where you stand at socially, economically, and like politically in this country?
As we just seen with
and
the
that's
election
very
that just
important.
passed.
Yeah, and that's a very new thing here in America, and just in like consumerism period. Is like consumers now, they value those things. They don't really. Some people will pay more price to know that they're paying to good people. You know what I'm saying? Or a good business that's actually doing good charities out here. So again, I just think like, get rid of that fucking ego and super fixated on money, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, put all that shit aside, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically, in a nutshell, that's really what it's really about. You know what I mean? Like, get back to the community, get back to like networking and working with other people and working together. You know what I mean? All the stuff that helps the business grow and helps the community grow. All the stuff that the cannabis business industry really was built off of.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Community.
Like, community.
This right here, smoking a blunt, talking. I've seen beefs get squashed between human beings simply out. They calm down, smoke them air. Now they the best of friends. You know what I'm saying?
Plenty of time.
Yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, that was definitely on my chest. Like, just the ego in this game is insane.
I feel you on that, man. It like I said, from every level it affects, everything, and it's just really putting a bad stigma on the industry right now, and just it's putting a halt, honestly, on a lot of business, man. Like, because there's a lot of business and a lot of stuff that could be done, a lot of progress that could be made.
Yeah,
and we just get back to, you know what I mean, how things should be for real.
For sure, my man.
Man, I'm wondering how things are gonna, be for 2025 as far as like the cannabis is concerned. Like, not on like a legalization level, because that just seems like that's at a halt, but all the stuff that we talking about, like kind of like the like, you know what I mean, like the micro type of stuff, like
the little things.
I wonder what's up. You know what I mean? Is this community gonna start balancing itself out? Like, what are we gonna do? Because
I think it will. I think more people are starting to feel like how me and you have been feeling, especially with it being more legal and accessible. So I definitely think it will, especially when more dispensaries pop up and you start getting to know these businesses. And, I feel like your business can tell what type of person you are, whether it's profitable or not. Like, I feel like you can kind of look at some businesses and tell like how they treat their employees. Like, look at Amazon. Amazon went through a whole big crazy thing. Outside looking in on paper, you're like, Jeff Bezos he's doing great. He's doing so good in this world. We always let people get away with, because they make money, that they're a good person, that they're a smart person, that they're doing it the right way. Yeah. A lot of times, bro, that's not even it. Like, I bring the Amazon situation up as not to talk bad on Jeff Bezos, but to go back to showing you, like, bro, those little things count, like how you treat your workers. Like, yes, Amazon has been making all of that money, but do we still consider that a super successful business? Like, me personally, no. Like, yes, they're profitable, they're making hella money, but again, at what cost? Like, bro, you got people on Amazon, dying and giving their lives to you, hard labor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're over here making billions of dollars and they're living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, you're looking at it from like the human angle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
man, that shit ain't right. And you see the issues you run into, bro. He lost a lot of fucking money during that time. I even think it fucked him up as being the #1 richest person in the world. I think he dropped down to like 2 or 3.
Because of the hit from all that stuff.
The hit from that, and then the hit with his ex-wife.
Yeah.
So,
which is that mean that kind of shit's always gonna be.
Yeah, it's like the small things like that you're gonna have to focus on. Like these will be important subjects that need attention. You know, it can't be like, oh fuck it, I'm paying them what they getting paid. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's criminal out here, bro. And like the wages these people are making, it like I don't see how they expect people to make a living doing that. But it's quite, like you said, it's quite criminal, bro. Like it's sick, for real. I don't know, what's gonna be the catalyst to make a change, but like, yeah, I'm hopeful, like you said, about it changing. Though it's got to.
Yeah.
People are gonna get tired of it eventually.
Yeah.
And I mean, people are gonna realize they need to work together too eventually. Like a lot of people need. You know what I mean? Like the business is gonna be proven that it's not sustainable without working with people.
100%, dog. 100%, brother. What else, man? What else on your mind?
I don't know, man. I've been fucking pleased. I've been pleased lately about how this flower has been, man. People are definitely stepping their quality up when it comes to like the THCA, bud and flower and stuff like that in particular.
Yeah, I could agree.
So, yeah, I could agree. I'm happy about that. It seems like
even 5 or 6 months ago, the flower wasn't near as good.
Yeah. Like there's some of these same spots you can frequent. Definitely, you can notice a difference if you've been hitting these spots a lot. Like,
right.
Yeah, the quality is definitely going up. So, I mean, I'm happy about that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, remember the warehouse we went to and we had to talk with the guy?
Yeah,
he was like, "Yeah, man, when you were here months ago, it wasn't really good, and look how far they've come."
Yeah. Like, and then, I mean, I can only imagine even now, it seems like every quarter or so.
Yeah, that they're getting better.
Everybody's kind of, outsourcing or changing some kind of processes or something. So, yeah, I've definitely been happy about that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hell yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think that was it. I don't think I had anything else, man. I think the only thing I had was kind of what tied into what you were saying, just kind of about the ego thing and talking about, in particular, like the businesses, like more what, what I'm saying, that I'd like to see more of, or what I think would help out the industry and help people be able to network and grow some more.
Right.
But yeah, man.
For sure.
You got anything else?
I don't have anything else, but I do want to tell a quick story though about my time in DC, and it kind of relates back to like where like I don't know how to really explain it or articulate it, but like it was a sudden change. Like in the beginning when I first moved to DC, and like the community itself was super locked in. Like all these brands and vendors, bro, we were locked in now. Mind you, this is before it was recreational. Right. This is at a time where like it was super underground. Okay. Police weren't really tripping, but it still wasn't fully legal. Like you could
black
still
market
get
type shit,
up.
but like legitimate. Like it was a running black market functioning. Yeah.
Right. So there weren't a lot of events going on like that. It was very low key. If you knew, you knew. You know what I'm saying? And it went from everybody lobbying together and like being for the cause and being for everybody making money to like where it is today is like, bro, it just seemed like all those brands started in a way like really competing and beefing with each other. Oh. Like for real was a lot of that. And it was almost like instant. It was almost like as soon as it went legal and recreational, a lot of people start coming out and just, oh, I'm the best grower. This person, they don't know what they're doing. They grow with this kind of lighting and they do this and they add pesticides. A
lot of the stuff that's going on now today still?
I can't totally speak about today because I haven't been back in so long or tuned in with the community. But from what I know, is that they've just kind of dispersed because of the laws. So like at that time back then, everybody had to come to DC where it was legal. See, now Maryland's legal and Virginia.
Right.
So the whole DMV area is legal. Now at that time, everybody from the DMV had to come straight to the city, the capital. So yeah, I feel like I saw that, and I really don't know why that happened. I can't really
pinpoint like why the hell that happened.
Yeah, I can only think it's just human nature to like.
That is weird, especially like you said when it happens at a time where it's like
we finally got what we all worked together for.
And the gates open.
It's like
instead of running through
we all came together and worked together for this, but now the gates are open, and now it's like, all right, it went from being like a team sport to now it's every man for itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it happened, but it definitely happened, and it was like that. Like we were banded up, and then like a year later, it just seemed like
it was just straight competitive kind of
controversy going on amongst different vendors, different groups.
Yeah, shit get nasty out here for real. Shit is definitely
it does, man. That money gets involved and shit just goes haywire.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of always stick back to like, but I don't really let money be my like number one denominator. In situations like, bro, all money ain't worth it. All money ain't good money.
That's a fact. And whenever you lead with that, you just kind of setting yourself up for like, some kind of destruction or some bullshit down the road. It's going to be something.
Literally.
It's going to be problems for you. You know what I mean? Like, not that there's not problems any other time, but I mean, it's just going to be a lot you don't want to deal with. Whenever you're just leading with that, it's not going to be quality either. You know what I mean? And that don't produce longevity. So, I mean, who the fuck want that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And just some microwave shit.
And you see that happen a lot, bro. You see that happen a lot.
Yeah, that shit's not it, man. That's not it.
Or it's like people get so money hungry, they start sacrificing the quality to get the better number so that they can make out on the back end.
Yeah. Not gonna be the way to go, man. But
yeah, bro.
Hoping for the best with it, and hoping for, definitely like a decrease in that, and just kind of returning back to, what we always say, back to just the community shit and people working together for real. And just, just promoting just good product and being good people. You know what I'm saying? Doing good business. It's really just sounds so elementary, so simple, but like for real,
but
like we're not asking for too much, man. But like,
but it's hardly ever that.
Yeah.
And when you do get that, I don't want to even say it's hardly ever that. Let me not even say that. Those are the wrong words. It's it happens, man, but I just feel like it's a lot of it not happening. So I feel like I want to speak on it before it gets too bad. But there are groups and people out here who are working together, who are doing it big and being super successful. Yeah. And like a lot of times those groups and those people aren't even always pointed out. Like you have some brands that are, you know what I'm saying? But those are the groups and the people that they're out here winning, bro. Financially, physically, mentally, like, their clients love them. They got loyal clients. They don't have to serve a bunch of people. They don't have to have a big ass crazy clientele base. They don't have to talk shit about other brands and other people for them to make money. You know what I'm saying? They're happy with where their business is. Yeah. So I think, we got to get back to that teamwork shit, bro. Not being so fixated on For real, if you look at the bigger groups, bro, they got major teams, bro. Like, there are some people a part of some brands you'll never see. You'll never see them or know who they are, but bro, they play such a major part to some shit.
Yeah, there's nobody doing it alone. You know what I mean? At a big level. Yeah, not in this and what we doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody. Everybody's got a team. Everybody. From any form of, honestly, in the industry you can think of. People have teams of people working for them, no matter what. When you get to a certain level, you have to.
Yeah.
So it's necessary.
You got to.
Yeah. What? We gonna build it up, man, and be those examples for the change we want to see, and hopefully see some change in others, because like there is other people that are out there that feel the same way we are and want the same thing. So I can just be hopeful that we see like a uprise in that. But yeah,
for sure, brother.
Yeah, man. You got anything else?
Hell nah. We can keep talking though.
Right.
Just get some shit.
You know what I thought about recently? These weed prices are pretty crazy though.
Bro, they're fucking insane.
Like, I understand like the quality of the THCA is straight, like it's there, but like to be honest, like paying like $50 for like an eighth of THCA is like crazy. Like
insane.
I still like. because I lived out, I lived out in Vegas and Portland, so like I still get sometimes I get like the text from like the dispensaries
The
out there,
deals
the
that
deals
they
and
got
shit.
going on, yeah.
$20 ace, you know what I'm saying? Even on holidays, like $20 quarters and shit. Like, bro, that would never, like, you know what I mean? Like you never see that here. You never just gonna see that here. The
And if
biggest,
you
like
do,
the
that shit
Canada
is
runs the buy one, the
trash.
BOGOs, the buy one get one ace. That's probably like the best, you know what I'm saying? Like the biggest, deal you're gonna get, like a BOGO deal. But like the prices are crazy. And it's like if you can afford, right, and the THCA and the thing that gets me about it is like the THCA isn't taxed the same way
It's just
as
taxed
like
in California.
the fully rec market is. So like they don't have to pay the same taxes. So how are you charging this much for these bags and this flour for real? Why are you doing this? Like if these people that are paying these high rec taxes and shit in these markets are able to get off $20 apes and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's all kind of like low prices out there, but like if they're able to get that shit off, how you mean to tell me y'all can't do no better than a $40-$50 eighth?
I think what it is I think it's several things that might all play a part. I feel like either there is not enough access to quality bud around here, like the same way there's access over in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna have way much more product to choose from than we do here locally in North Carolina. And I also think like it's so expensive to own a shop here in North Carolina. Right here in Charlotte specifically. It's so expensive to run a shop.
But do you think how do you think that is cost wise compared to like opening something? Because to get like a retail license, like a legit retail license in a rec market and open up a storefront, like I'm sure like they say you need at least $1 million of liquid cash to do that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like here you need the storefront. It's gonna cost you for real, especially if you're close to uptown or in the city or something. But like you still don't gotta pay that like the extra licensing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that shit
I
is
do feel that. It is kind of like why, and another reason could be that they're just keeping they're just charging market pricing. Like they're just looking to see what's going on in California.
Yeah.
Saying, okay, they're charging that. Okay, we can charge that, and we can just keep it up here. Like we will just keep it there. You know, because if you notice, most stores are right around that $40 to $55 ace. 40 is really getting lucky for real. Like a flat 40.
Yeah, a flat 40 is like you said, that's a deal. To be honest with you, for a 3.5 here.
Yeah, I think that, and I just don't think there's not a lot of local bud around here. Yeah, there's not a lot of local bud. And I just think they just keep it market price because I know a store owner who I know they get their product. I mean, they grow their product across the way. So I know, the markup is probably really good. The profit markup margin is probably good.
It's gotta be.
So
there ain't no way it's not.
they're probably just keeping it at that market level price.
Yeah, just to make that overhead at the beginning. I mean, I respect it. Don't get me wrong. I understand why they, and I think that's what my first initial thought was like. Okay, maybe they're just doing it like a comparing to the other markets, and then just setting it there and just saying like it don't matter that it's THCA. We gonna sell our stuff, comparative to these other markets.
Yeah.
Just add these numbers real quick and just make the numbers off the bags like that.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's a little bit of that, and I still think month to month bills are pretty high for these places.
You're right about that.
And I would say it's not a lot of like corporate major companies who are coming in and just buying up a bunch, and a lot of these are still kind of like mom and pops in a sense shops.
Yeah.
So like they probably got some money, some capital, got some access to some capital.
Yeah.
But still not a lot.
Yeah, it's still like some independent startups.
Yeah, still small businesses.
Yeah, you're right about that because a lot of them is started by, like you said, some family.
They're local.
Like
a lot of these people.
Yeah. So that can produce a lot. It could seem like a real heavier overhead whenever you only got like, 2 or 3 people basis. You know what I mean? To start up something for real.
Nah, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe it'll balance itself out with time. Maybe the prices
More
and all that.
legalization, more farms,
more
popping
options
up.
too. Like you said, more options of bud. If we only got, you know, a handful of distributors in the state that people are sourcing from, you know, and the prices are there. If their price is their price, then I mean that's just the whole market is gonna be flat. Flat set.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And it may be that way. I don't really know how many different distributors people are rocking with in state anyway. Like I feel like like you said, some people may get their shit out the way. Some people go here, some people go there. So yeah. But it seems like it's pretty set across the board.
Somebody will come in and disrupt the market. Somebody always does it. It'll be a company that comes in and it's gonna be so cheap.
That's what I be saying. That's what I be saying. If like some people don't really think about it like that, because I mean it may not seem like the most profitable way to go about it.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, but eventually, whoever can be like you said, like you can start out being the Walmart and all that, but whoever can end up being like the Target, like the locked in, like you getting good quality, and you still got the consistent mass basis.
And really, you still getting a good price for a quality product.
Yeah.
Like I know Target, it is expensive in a sense, but honestly, that quality is in line with any other high-end designer store. Like even the clothes, like they're still very nice materials. So like,
absolutely,
I think Target is
Target got good shit.
You know what I mean? Target got good shit, and you know it.
You know it.
Yeah, for
sure. You know where you're going in there. Yeah.
I go in there knowing I'm gonna spend at least $800. Every trip to Target is at least $100.
Yeah.
On accident.
Yeah. Like you said, on accident. It's always, you don't never leave there with just what you went there for.
Yeah. Hey, bro, would you pay, speaking of prices, so like, this might be something good for this shot. Bro, on the streets, bro, there are eighths that go for as high as $100, $120. I've seen an eighth. This was in LA.
We talking about some yeah.
Black market, but this was in LA actually at a dispensary. But shit, in LA, it's a mix between the black market and the industry. Hell, all the people from the black market came and started shops.
Right.
So it's very blended market. But bro, I saw an eighth. It came in a glass grenade jar. I forgot what brand it was. I think it was Exhibit's brand.
Okay, I was about to say. I think it was
when Exhibit dropped the cannabis brand. I forgot what it was called. Might have been like Kaboom or something like that. But literally came
because it used to be. He bought it from. It used to be. What was it? It was Brass Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
It was Brass Knuckles.
And then
he bought it and changed it to Church.
Nah, I don't think
was it Church before and he changed it to Brass Knuckles?
He might have changed it to Brass Knuckles. I think the name is Brass Knuckles.
Yeah, I think it might have been Church before.
That's what it is.
Because we used to sell them out in Vegas.
Brass Knuckles.
Yeah,
bro, it was an eighth in a jar. A glass jar. This was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was $120 in this store. I can imagine after taxes what it would be.
Bud for that much.
Yeah. And people were paying it. But even in the black market today, like somebody in the street might pull up on you with an eighth in a nice packaged box, something crazy like this, you know, something dope.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not us, but they're charging $180, $75 for an eighth. What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't really do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, even if I just had it to just be doing stuff like that, I just don't really see the, you know what I mean? Like, see the point in doing that. I do see that that's like a craze now, because like you get like, niggas got toys inside the boxes and all kind of like memorabilia type shit. But I don't know. I feel
music. I saw one that played music.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't buy something I wouldn't spend that much on something for the packaging, like for that type of shit, because I don't care about that. But I think I would, just to experience it and see what's up, I would spend some high dollar for like if I knew the quality was worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I had somebody that told me like, yo, this bud is like, the bud is worth the bread, Yeah, I'll probably try. I'll
Yeah.
probably spend, you know what I'm saying? I'll spend $120, you know what I mean, plus or
Yeah.
some shit on like a 3.5 or something like
Right.
that's gonna like be like, I'll remember that shit for the rest of my life type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that.
I've spun.
I feel like that's like a quality thing. Like that's like drinking, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're drinking like some
really
wine that's like
high-end.
some high-end wine or something, you never
Yeah,
gonna,
if I know that it's coming from like a small batch grower who's only growing these type strains and it's very specific cut, yes, I think then yes, I would.
Yes.
I've done it experimenting, like really just trying to get out there and see, like, man, it's just, you know, I've been in that game
like
a long time.
R&D type shit,
Yeah,
like just trying some new shit, that isn't really out there.
And
accessible.
it was nice, bro. It was really great bud, honestly, like, you know, but then I ran across something that was in that dope packaging and it was some BS.
Yeah.
But for the packaging I've come across where like the bud was really nice, it's like, yeah, it was a pretty cool experience, I must say.
Some of the best bud, now that you say that, some of the best, I mean, obviously some of the best bud I've ever smoked, I've bought from a dispensary, but like also like whenever I was in Portland, there was some really good bud that I got from like straight from the farms, you know what I mean? Like some shit that like they said wasn't out, like, you know what I mean, yet, that just on some R&D type shit. Just, you know, building relationships and with people out there like farmers and growers and all that type of shit. Like they gave me some shit. Like I remember they gave me some shit one time. It was called Snoop's Dream. It was fucking, bro, it was some of the best weed I've ever smoked in my life, for real.
Damn.
And like, I don't know if it was because I knew that it wasn't like, the dude was like, dude, we haven't even put this out. Like this hasn't even been, this is just like some fresh shit. Like that because I knew it wasn't accessible, like I was like, damn, this must be like some fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that just, you know, added to it or jaded it, but like,
I think
that was, it really was some great bud for real.
I think that's what's so fun about like cannabis is, bro, you can really build stories behind it. You can really like curate experiences behind everything. Like even the unwrapping of cannabis now it's a thing. Bro, it was a time when we opened it straight up out the sandwich bag, ain't even care.
Yeah, the bag is trash.
People want you to see it's social currency.
Yeah.
Like people want you to know, like, well, I'm smoking on this shit. You gotta be of a certain echelon
to even get this. It's a marketing thing. Weed. It's a marketing tool, all of that.
And I love that aspect from the weed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that plays a part mentally in how you like the weed. Bro, we could play a placebo right now. I could take, not on you, but just, you know, your average consumer. I could take some weed and put it in a very pretty package, and I could take some bud and put some it in. Huh?
You mean like some?
No, I would take the same bud and I would put it in a sandwich bag.
Oh, right.
And if he was not allowed to look at it and break it down, I guarantee you, he would tell you. 8 times out of 10, that person gonna tell you the packaged weed was better. Like if all they could do was see what they finna smoke, and somebody go behind the scene and roll it up in 2 joints, and they just give it to them, but like, go ahead. Or I can almost guarantee you,
I think the one
somehow, some way they gonna, bro. You could mix
package.
It up and all behind the scene, trick them however you want to do it, and be like, all right, this is the blunt that came from this box. This is the blunt that came from this little baggie right here, bro. 8 times out of 10, bro, they're gonna tell you, man, this is gas.
I agree.
This is pressure.
I agree. Because I mean, even now, like you said, all that does is expose people as to like what they really like in the bud for real. You know what I mean? Because even now we got the spray and all that type of shit. Like there's niggas who really only want spray. There's people who only want to smoke spray shit because they're like, bro, I don't care. Like I just want the taste, bro. The terps, the taste. The taste is all they care about.
Taste is
and
fake.
Like they don't care. Dude, that's crazy work. But like I don't. But that's just, you know, the climate of how that's what people like. You know, some people prefer that. But and then you see, okay, that's that you only just about the, you know what I mean? You only about that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, of course I feel like there are some smokers out there, but for the most part, like when I speak on customers, like people who really solely just smoke the weed, like they're not necessarily in the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. just consumer.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? Just casual.
regular
You know, your
consumer.
smokers
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. 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 That shit.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
The packaging game is wild. The
It
turf
is.
spray shit is fucking
That shit is insane.
crazy.
Yeah, I like the I like the
The-
creative aspect of the packaging game though. I like how it's keeping everybody like
On their toes.
Yeah,
It's keeping it very
because that'd be
innovative.
boring if everybody was just rocking out with the Mylars or if everybody was just going jars. You know what I
It
mean?
would
Like
get
if it was
whack.
just all one way, like you know what I mean? Like that would be kind of boring. I ain't lying. That would be kind of boring because there's only so much you could do. So, and it's like some of the packaging is pretty creative. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not mad at it. And if the bud inside is quality, like you
Yeah, I
just
think
add
that's
to
my
it, it's
biggest
cool.
thing. Like, as long as the quality
I'm not mad at
aligns
all.
with the packaging, I'm a satisfied client
Yep.
at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
have I got to complain about? That's cool. Like I don't care you made the packaging into what the fuck ever. Like the bud was cool. Bud was good.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Every time. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Been another one. Been another episode of Rolling Tray. Make sure y'all stay tuned for more, man. Keep rolling. Peace.
Keep rolling.